Hi, I'm Wendy, a dietitian with Healthy Traditions at Skip. Today we're going to be making some low-carb healthy snacks. So first thing we made was some tuna fish, pretty easy. Just added some onions and some herbs. I added pepper, no salt. Normally people would make a sandwich or have it with crackers. Today we're going to have it wrapped in lettuce. Really healthy snack. My favorite thing about this is the butter lettuce that just kind of comes off in these petals. Perfect. You can use them for tacos, for dinner, sandwiches, and it works really good here for a healthy low carb snack. The other thing we made was we just kind of cut a tomato in half and filled it with the tuna. So it's like a tuna melt, but without the bread and without all the carbs. It's pretty healthy. Something fun we tried today is we took just some regular shredded cheddar cheese, went ahead and put it on a baking sheet and baked it at 450 for 7 minutes, and it made these yummy little crackers. So again, that's also low carb. So you can just go ahead and top it with your tuna fish, and there you have your I'm going to show you some more snacks using our non-starchy vegetables. Remember that these non-starchy vegetables are full of nutrients, full of fiber. They're not going to raise your blood sugar. They're not going to make you gain weight. So they're a great filler to have with other things. I've made this tzatziki dip, and really it was just, you know, plain yogurt mixed with some herbs and garlic. The dill in here and a little bit of lemon juice makes it amazing. So this is a great snack, especially if you're sitting at your desk, right? You're not taking in a lot of energy with these vegetables and just a yummy dip. You can have it this way with your protein, having peanut butter on celery sticks. Remember that when you were a kid. Still good today. Hard-boiled egg, protein. There's no carbs in that. It's a healthy snack. Here we kind of did a caprese salad with the cheese, the tomatoes, the basil. Again, we didn't add salt. We just add some fresh pepper. You can add balsamic. Here's that Greek yogurt again. It's really healthy, full of protein. You can have it with nuts and some berries. Totally low carbohydrate and no added sugar in there. Cheese sticks are great. These are all snacks that I would bring to work. I like having just cut up vegetables that are ready for the kids to eat before dinner starts, or just as a snack throughout the day, because I'm less likely to take the time to cut up a carrot, but if it's already cut up, I'm gonna eat it. So it's great to have these ready and available. Nuts are a very healthy low carb snack. You have to watch out for two things. The sodium, they can put a lot of salt in the nuts, and then this one says it's a cranberry health mix, but it's really high in carbohydrates because it has all these cranberries in here and they're coated in sugar. So you have to be careful. Probably best just to buy the nuts in packs by themselves, and then you can control how many carbohydrates are in them. So I hope that you guys can look at the recipes and try to make some healthy snacks. Let us know if you have any questions, and if you want to talk to a dietitian, please call us at Healthy Traditions, 521-4502.
Hey, I'm Jennifer from Healthy Traditions. So earlier we put together a lot of different ideas for some low carb snacks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put them together. You can see on your handout we've got those low carb bento boxes. So what we're really going to do is just kind of go over some different ideas of how you can piece all these things together and make them into a nice healthy lunch. So we've got a lot of great examples here of some different ways that your bento box might look, which might be as simple as, you know, let's be honest, it's probably going to be just a piece of Tupperware that you have from home, but you can get creative. I know that my Tupperware drawer at home tends to look like old sour cream containers, anything that you have left over, mason jars, anything like that. So the important thing to remember is have fun, honestly. You can make these look as pretty or as diverse as you want to. What we've done here is we've just kind of started with a little bit of butter lettuce. They've all been divided up into some little bite-sized pieces. And so what you can do from here, you can make a little bit of a salad. So you can take some of your cucumbers or carrots or bell peppers and you can add those in there. Or what we did earlier is we've got a couple of these really good proteins that we can add into them and you can make like a type of salad. So what I would recommend is usually you take just a little bit of this egg salad or some tuna salad and you can kind of spoon it right into there. And you can make it so that it's this really pretty, like you've got little tiny bite sizes, little islands of flavor. You can do a little bit of both. So if you wanted to do a little bit of the tuna and a little bit of the egg, you can do that as well. And then that's where you really kind of can start to get creative. You can put, so it's half of kind of what a regular salad might look like, where you've got, again, these gorgeous little, Wendy's so creative, where you can kind of striate the sides and you can make, so it looks almost more like a flower, and you can really kind of make your lunch as pretty as you want it to be. Obviously, we'll just nestle those down so that when you put your lid on, you're gonna have a little bit of variability there. A nice cherry tomato would go really good in there. If you want to add any additional garnishes, that would go well in there. Just remember, obviously, if you're going to be packing this into a backpack or anything, you're really going to want to kind of push that up to the top, or give yourself some kind of buffer, maybe even put some additional lettuce on the top, so that if it's tossing around in your bag, you don't have this mess by the time you get into there. So this particular box, we actually used these with our youth program a couple years ago. You can find them at places like Target, you can find them on Amazon, you can find them at most stores, and they have these awesome little compartments for you. So this is another great place for you to put in those proteins, so some nuts, some seeds. We have got some different kinds of cheeses in here, so you can do just like a sliced cheese off some like Tillamook, or a string cheese, or you can cube it up. You can put maybe a hard-boiled egg in there, although we have egg salad in this particular instance, so you wouldn't want to do that. Just so you've got some different options. The nice thing about these with your nuts, of course, is that these are particularly high in calories, and so keeping your serving size well contained is a great idea. So if you're mindlessly snacking at your desk or during your lunch, you can keep in mind that you know that you're not going to be like, oh, I just accidentally ate 1,000 calories, which is what I will do. Some other fun stuff that we can do, we've got our veggie, we've got our proteins, we've got like fruits and nuts in there. You can do some really creative stuff with your fruits. You can kind of make little flowers out of your strawberries, which again is a really fun one that you can kind of, we'll just pretend like that's a cherry tomato for right now. So you get some extra colors in there. There's a fun one that I've done before, which will actually take us outside the box so that you can see it. But pretend like you've got this in one of your smaller containers. You can kind of nestle all of your oranges around. If you're doing this for one of your kids, or even honestly for yourself, because why not? You can make these pretty little flowers in there and just make this nice shape inside of your lunch, so that like, hey, when you open it up later in your day, you've got these really pretty things to look at. Also, again, you've got this kind of, if you're not looking, if you're doing something at your desk, or you're trying to keep an eye on the kids, you don't have to worry like, oh, I just ate a ton of things that I probably shouldn't have. You've already created this beautiful array of healthy snacks for yourself, and they're already pre-portioned for you. So the most important thing here, again, is have fun, and just keep all of those fun, different things that you can pull from that you don't really have to worry about. Some other ideas, if you want to do primarily veggies in your main part of your box, in your little side compartment, you can do guacamole, you can do hummus, you can do some different forms of dip. I know everybody loves ranch dressing, so if you're going to do a dressing, I would probably do a smaller container than this. Or again, maybe mix it with something else so that you're getting a different form of fruit or vegetable in there. Pestos are another really great one, where you can do some fresh herbs and you can mix it up with some olive oil and maybe even some cheeses to give yourself a nice healthy dip. But again, you're going to get higher in the calories on that one. But really just having this sort of contained idea of where you're pulling. You've got your fruit, you've got your veggie, you've got your nuts and seeds, which are a good fat. You've also got your proteins in there. You really have a complete meal, and there's so many different ways you can pull these ideas together. So thank you for joining us, and if you want to have any other suggestions or ideas of what you'd like to see for their classes, let us know.